pay $70,000 for an off-road truck that makes absolutely no sound when it conquers a trail? Because that rotary dial in the center console isn't just a gear selector, it's a declaration of war against every gas-powered truck in this segment. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the 2027 Chevrolet Colorado Z71 Bison Edison isn't just the most extreme midsize truck ever built. It's the most convincing argument yet that the future of off-roading is electric. And once that lands, you can't unhear it. There is a performance number buried in this truck's powertrain that Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro owners are specifically not going to like hearing. That reveal is coming, and it's worth waiting for. Plus, I'll tell you whether this truck is actually worth the premium over the standard gas-powered Bison. My answer is probably not what you'd expect from me. Here's what we're covering today. The engineering decision Chevrolet hid inside the name itself. The interior that belongs in a performance car, not a mid-size pickup. And whether this truck genuinely changes what's possible in this segment.
Here's what nobody leads with: the name. Most people see Colorado Z71 Bison and run the standard checklist: rock sliders, skid plates, 35-inch tires, AEV bumpers. All of it is here. But then there's that last word: Edison. As in Thomas Edison. As in electricity. The Bison Edison runs GM's Ultium electric platform, the same architecture as the Hummer EV. Inside a truck built for extreme off-road use that changes the entire conversation about how this machine actually operates. Here's why it matters. Electric motors have no torque curve. Maximum torque arrives at 0 RPM, instantly. Crawling a boulder field at 2 miles per hour, no transmission hunting gears, no throttle guesswork. The Bison Edison delivers exactly what you ask when you ask it. No lag, no hesitation. My take? This is the most logical application of electric power in the entire truck segment. Instant torque at crawl speed isn't a marketing point here. It's a genuine off-road superpower. Chevrolet embedded it quietly inside their most extreme mid-size truck. Nobody's leading with this. They should be. But the drivetrain is only part of the story. Wait until you see what they built inside this cab. Step inside the Bison Edison and you immediately understand that Chevrolet was not thinking work truck when they designed this cabin. That large vertical portrait orientation touchscreen is the first thing that demands your attention. We're looking at approximately 13 to 14 inches of display real estate in a tall tablet-style format. And this layout makes far more sense in a truck than any landscape screen does. When you're pulling up trail maps, managing off-road drive modes, or reaching for climate controls with a gloved hand, you want vertical reach. You don't want to pan left-right across a dashboard. Ford Ranger Raptor still runs a conventional landscape infotainment display. Chevrolet went vertical here, and it's the right call by a considerable margin. Now let's talk about the carbon fiber, because it is absolutely everywhere in here, and I mean that in the best possible way. Carbon fiber trim arches across the top of the steering wheel. Carbon fiber inserts run along both door panels. Carbon fiber frames the infotainment display, and woven through all of it is that red ambient lighting. Floor wells glowing red, door speaker pods glowing red, footwells lit like embers, in a truck that just drove through a mud bog. The contrast is genuinely stunning. I did not expect to use the word stunning about the inside of a Chevrolet Colorado, but here we are, and I'm standing by it. Let me be honest with you. The perforated leather seats with red contrast stitching are impressive for this price point and this segment, but heated and ventilated seating is not standard here. You're adding a convenience package to get there. On a truck positioned as the flagship of the Colorado range, that should be included without a second conversation. It's the one interior decision I'd push back on directly. The drive mode rotary selector on the center console, machined, solid, premium, lets you cycle through dedicated electric off-road terrain modes: sand, rock, mud. Each one optimizes torque distribution and traction control parameters for that specific surface. The execution matches the ambition of the truck. Remember that rotary dial from the opening? The one I said tells the whole story of this truck? We're getting to it. But first, let me show you what this thing looks like on the outside.
Quick stop before we go further. That rotary dial. I said it wasn't what most people assume. Here's your partial answer. This truck has no traditional gearbox because it doesn't need one. The Bison Edison's electric powertrain delivers full torque instantly from a standstill without stepping through a single gear ratio. That number I mentioned, the one Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro drivers won't want to hear? That's the next section. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go outside, because this truck announces itself before it even makes a sound. For the Bison Edison, that's more literal than it seems. That front grille makes the opening statement. A massive black hexagonal mesh spanning the full front fascia, flanked by angular LED headlights with integrated light bar accents. Chevrolet designed this face to look mid-climb before it even leaves the lot. The Z71 badge with its red accent tells you exactly which tribe this truck belongs to. The dimensions back up the stance. Length, 212.7 inches, just under 17 feet 9 inches of truck. Wheelbase, 131.4 inches. Width, 76.3 inches before the fender flares even factor in. Ground clearance, 12.2 inches. Best in class for any midsize truck on sale today. Approach angle, 38.2 degrees, meaning the Bison Edison climbs what the Ford Ranger Raptor has to reroute around. Those are not comparable numbers. Out back, Colorado, spelled in full block letters across the tailgate, bold and unapologetic. C-shaped LED taillights, sharp and signature. The rear bumper with integrated recovery hooks tells you this truck planned for getting unstuck long before it left the factory floor. Design verdict, Chevrolet didn't soften a single line. The aggression is intentional, earned, and consistent from every angle. 3 years from now, this still looks like it means business, and that is not a guarantee anywhere in this segment. But an aggressive face means nothing without capability underneath. Let's get under the floor. The Bison Edison runs GM's Ultium platform, approximately 400 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in around 5.0 seconds in a truck north of 5,300 pounds on 35-inch mud tires. Compare? The Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro Hybrid makes 326 horsepower and 361 pound-feet through a conventional gearbox. The Ford Ranger Raptor produces 405 horsepower from a twin-turbo V6. The Bison Edison matches or beats both, without a gear shift, without turbo lag, without hesitation at crawl speed. Hot take, on a technical trail, the Bison Edison beats both of those trucks. Not despite being electric, specifically because of it. I know what you're thinking. Just tell me if I should buy it. We're almost there. But there's one more thing you absolutely need to know.
All right. Here's where I get really honest with you. That torque number I've been teasing for the Toyota TRD Pro comparison, the Bison Edison puts down 470 pound-feet instantly from 0 revolutions per minute. The Tacoma TRD Pro Hybrid delivers 361 pound-feet through a gearbox that still has to hunt for the right ratio. On the trail, that gap is not subtle. My full verdict on whether the price is worth it in 60 seconds.
Let's talk money. The 2027 Colorado Z71 Bison Edison lands between $68,000 and $78,000 in the United States. The gas ZR2 Bison starts around $62,000, so the electric premium is $6,000 to $16,000. For that gap, you're buying no fuel costs, instant torque delivery, and a simpler drivetrain with fewer failure points under extreme conditions. Whether that math works depends entirely on how you actually use it. First, the off-road advantage. 470 pound-feet of instantaneous torque changes how a technical trail feels to drive. Rock crawling, throttle precision, low-speed control, none of it works better through a gearbox. This is a fundamental capability upgrade, not a marginal one. Second, the interior. carbon fiber trim, red ambient lighting, perforated leather with contrast stitching, a vertical touchscreen built for actual truck use. The Bison Edison's cabin is a class above anything else at this price in this segment. Third, factory hardware. 12.2 inches of ground clearance, 38.2-degree approach angle, 35-inch mud tires, AEV bumpers, beadlock capable wheels arrives from the factory more capable than most modified competitors. That matters at any price. Range, approximately 300 miles in normal conditions. Off-road terrain cuts that number meaningfully. Remote trailhead charging is still limited. Routes must account for power, not just terrain. Towing, estimated 6,000 pounds, short of the gas Colorado's 7,700-pound rating. If hauling is the priority, the combustion version is the honest answer. Price ceiling? At $78,000, you're competing with full-size trucks. The F-150 Raptor and Silverado ZR2 enter that conversation immediately. My verdict? Every loop closed. Buy the Bison Edison if you want the most capable mid-size trail truck ever built. The electric drivetrain isn't the compromise, it is the advantage. Avoid it if towing, range, or price ceiling matter more than trail dominance. Full stop.
At the start of this video, I asked if you'd pay for a trail truck that runs in complete silence. Now you know exactly what that silence means. 400 horsepower, 470 pound-feet, instant from 0 RPM. 12.2 inches of ground clearance, carbon fiber trim, red ambient glow, and a vertical cockpit screen on a truck built to conquer rock fields. The 2027 Colorado Z71 Bison Edison is the most capable, most intelligently engineered off-road truck in its class. Full stop. Gas trucks take this trail. The Bison Edison owns it. Drop your take in the comments. Want the full Bison Edison versus Ford Ranger Raptor breakdown? I covered that right here. Hit subscribe for more real talk on trucks that matter. See you in the next one.